it's Majeanners, and today I have a special guest. It's my brother! Yay! Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
I have a couple of questions to ask Alex to get his perspective on having a sister with a disability. What was your first memory of me having a disability? Way back when you were 3 years old.
I pretty much remember when you were born. I guess my first memory of you having a disability was probably the first time you got braces. And I also remember when you were really, really young and learning to walk, there was someone who came to the house and you had a walker. Mm-hmm. You remember that? Mm-hmm. Grandpa called her Gracie Magine and her flying machine. It was the cutest thing in the world. And she would scoot around on her walker. That would probably be my earliest memory.
To kind of go off of that question, how did you feel about me having a disability?
I was so young, I didn't care. I really didn't. I was like, okay, cool. Like, Gracie. I mean, I wanted a little brother pretty bad. And so honestly, I'm more disappointed about that than anything.
Sorry to disappoint you.
It's been 20 years now, so.
Next question. At what age did your friends start asking about me and my disability?
Pretty early on. I would say I got a lot of questions during like baseball. I played a lot of baseball in elementary school, and my friends, I didn't really have a lot of friends over in elementary school. Gracie and I hung out mostly with each other.
Best friends.
Yeah. But I think when my friends saw Gracie, it was mostly during like baseball and other activities like that. And I would say probably around like 3rd grade. And I remember getting really, really defensive one time during baseball because some kids would just be like, some kids would ask questions in a nice way. Like there was one kid who was like, "Why does Gracie have braces?" And I was so mad. And I was like, "What?"
You want to say that to my face?
Yeah, basically. And I remember I went to mom and dad. I was like, "Mom and Dad, you'll never believe so-and-so's sister said, 'Why does Gracie have braces?'" Mom and Dad were like, "Okay, well, it's a question, Alex. What'd you say?" And I was like, I couldn't even answer. I ran away. They're like, "Well, she's probably still wondering why Gracie has braces." So that was, I remember that as a big growing moment for me. But none of my friends really cared at all. They're like, "Okay, cool, Gracie has Spina Bifida. That's that." So I picked good friends, I think.
I would say so too.
Yeah.
They treated me pretty well, you know.
Yeah, I was a senior in high school when Gracie was a freshman, and so she, if anyone ever messed with Gracie, there was me and a horde of angry seniors to answer to. So there you go.
That's a great transition to my next question.
You're welcome.
Good job. How did you deal with all the bullies that attacked me when I was starting middle school?
Yeah, I just talked to my friends, and because Gracie came home one day and said that someone called her a loser with crutches, and I was not happy about that. So I think I posted something like very 14-year-old angsty on Facebook, like, "If you ever do this again, I'll make your life hell," or something like that. I wasn't at the middle school. Gracie was in 6th grade, and I had moved on to high school at that point, so I couldn't be there. But other friends of mine, I probably talked to their friends.
I definitely had bodyguards around me, for sure. I remember some of Alex's friends would literally come over just so they could walk me from class to class because it was so bad that I would get kicked and I would get laughed at and pointed at. And so they went out of their way to come walk me from each classroom. So after that process, I found my group of friends that were able to stick with me and help me out. And then it, being on social media, having that post out there on social media really reached out to a lot of those bullies and kind of shut everything down. So I'm really grateful for this dork.
I wouldn't give myself as much credit for how Gracie was treated in middle school as much as the community and the rest of the school that banded together and kind of came to her defense.
I would say you did help a lot, though.
Who's to say?
How did having a sister with spina bifida change your perspective of others with disabilities?
Well, that's a good question. To give a short, quick answer, it just normalized it. Disabilities became something that wasn't so out of the ordinary to me. My best friend growing up had a sister with a disability, and that was something we bonded over immediately. So in that sense, I guess it helped foster some relationships. At the very least, it taught me to treat everyone with dignity and respect, no matter their ability, which, is probably something that most people, seems like common sense to most people. A lot of people don't have experiences living with or knowing someone with a disability. So because of that, a lot of people wonder how to treat them. Do you pity them? Do you treat them just like everyone else? Are you harder on them? Are you easier on them? The truth is there's no one size fits all. Gracie is someone I know who would like to be treated like everyone else. There are some people with varying levels of abilities that you can't treat like everyone else. Not to say you can't treat them with the same dignity and respect that you treat everyone with. The most important thing is to care and to be careful and to be kind. After that, it's pretty easy.
Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Alex, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and stay positive and be kind, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
I have a kid. Will you just ask the question?
Thank you guys for watching.
Wow.
Well, take 3.